KSES English Medium Junior College. Welcome students for online lecture of philosophy for Standard 12. Chapter 1. There is something, but what it is. For the topic, Introduction to There is something, but what it is. Students, in today's lecture we are going to study about chapter 1, There is something but what it is. This chapter consists of following topics: Introduction, Ultimate Reality, Number and Nature, Metaphysics in Indian and Western Philosophy, and the Scientific Perspectives. The aim of this chapter is to make us clear the concept of ultimate reality, to take an overview regarding the number and the nature of ultimate reality, to compare various opinions in Indian and Western traditions about philosophy, and to state the scientific perspectives about reality. So let's study this chapter today. Students, previous year in Standard 11, we have studied about Introduction to Philosophy and three major questions of philosophy. Coming to Introduction to Philosophy. The word philosophy is derived from the Greek word philo and sophia, where philo means love and sophia means wisdom. Philosophy is defined as a child of wonder by Plato. It keeps alive our sense of wonder by showing familiar things in an unfamiliar aspect. Philosophy is a discipline that undertakes an all-encompassing study of life and world. Philosophy raises questions. It makes us aware of our relationship with nature and the world and ourselves. Since philosophy raises questions, the three major questions that is raised by philosophy are: 1. What is? 2. How do we know? 3. How does it affect human life? These are three main questions of philosophy, which has given rise to many branches of philosophy. The branches that have emerged from this question are metaphysics, epistemology, ethics. There are other branches of philosophy too. They are logic and aesthetics. Since these three major questions deal with the brief account of the branch that developed from them, metaphysics is one of the branch of philosophy. Metaphysics. The three major questions has given rise to one branch of philosophy known as metaphysics. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that seeks answer to one of the fundamental questions, that is, what is? The branch of philosophy that undertakes the in-depth study of existence, reality, satya, is called as metaphysics. So, reality is that which has a veritable existence, It is important for metaphysics to differentiate between what is real and what appears to be real. As many times we think things exist, but in reality it does not exist. For example, a mirage is an illusion of water. We think there is a water, but in reality there isn't. Appearances are descriptive. We have also studied the origination of the concept like real, unreal, permanence, impermanence, God, etc. in appearance and descriptive. Coming to real and unreal and permanence and impermanence, let's see the example. The experience that informs us on what is subjective. It means it means it changes from person to person. For example, the morning weather. Different person has different view regarding it. Some may find the weather cold, some may find it hot, others may find it pleasant. The main reason behind this difference is psychosomatic features of human beings. There are certain external factors too that affect the reason or differences. As experience is shaped by the complex interaction, factors such as psychosomatic state and external circumstances, these factors change constantly. An experience cannot be real or unreal until we truly investigate it. Coming to permanence and impermanence, let's look at the example of water. The properties of the object are similar, altered by change of condition. The solid, liquid or gaseous are the state of water. It is determined by the temperature. These states of water are conditional. Whereas water is made of two items of hydrogen and one item of oxygen, that is H2O. It is the permanent nature of water. The changing state that varies due to temperature and are impermanent. Philosophy and science. We are a part of vast universe. This universe consists of innumerable objects of various types and properties. These objects interact with each other in different ways. Various activities take place in the world every moment. The nature of everything keeps changing. Since ancient times, man has remained curious and has struggled to gain knowledge of this world. This curiosity and sense of wonder has led to the development of philosophy and science. While observing the world around them, humans realize the origin of innumerable objects of the world are formed in some of the basic elements. Several objects, though apparently different from each other, have common origin. For example, if you look around the classroom, you will notice that the table, chair, benches, door, windows, and their frame are all totally different objects, that are made of wood. Wood is obtained from trees. Apart from wood, we get many other things from plants and trees. We get leaves, flowers, fruit, food, items and medicine too. We prepare medicine from the medicinal plant. Bamboo is a good example of multi-purpose plant, as it is used not only for making useful objects but also for creating artistic objects. The above mentioned examples are man-made objects. In natural world too, we may experience multiple forms of particular objects. For example, the small spark, the flame of burning fire, a forest fire, all these are various forms of one and the same element, that is fire. Water cycle or food cycle are the perfect example of natural transaction of a particular thing from one form to another. We may also say that egg, larva, caterpillar, pupa, butterfly are different in type or different stage of the same life. This year we shall get acquainted with some of the theories, concepts and problems of metaphysics and their significance. So coming to the chapter, that is, there is something but what it is. Through observation man concluded that although the world is full of diversity, it must have been created out of some basic element. Even if this guess was correct, it raised many questions. If it is believed that due to some changes other basic elements, other objects are created, then what was the cause of that change? What was the process of the change? Did the change occur mechanically or someone planned it? If it was planned, then what was the purpose alongside these questions? Man was curious about two basic questions. What is the number of these fundamental elements, one, two or many? And what is the nature? What are the qualities of this element that make it possible for variety of things to originate from them? In this lesson, we shall mainly study the response given to these two questions by Indian and Western philosophers. Hence, for these reasons, this lesson is given the name as There is Something But What It Is. It is said that understanding the nature of ultimate reality or such has been the matter of interest for philosophy. The word reality refers to the real or that which exists. It has nothing to do with political or any other sort of dominance. As we have studied last year, the real is independent and it does not depend on any individual or experience for its existence. This ultimate reality is the reality which is at the root of everything that exists. In the process of discovering the origin of everything that exists, one discovers reality at the end. Hence, it is called as ultimate reality. It exists in itself and it does not create. That is why the elements of the ultimate reality are called as fundamental elements. These can be better understood with an example. When we look at the tree, we see the trunk, the branch, the leaves, the flower, fruits, but the roots that nourish the tree and hold them to the ground are hidden under the ground. As usually, they are not visible. But the survival of the tree depends on them. Philosophers, through their views and conceptualization, has attempted to explore and understand the ultimate reality, which is the root cause of empirical world. So let's look at the view of the philosopher. In the journey of modern science, the question that philosopher has asked, the method used to solve this question, the response, the concept and the language used got a great importance. Science also found its direction by the same way through which philosophy has went through. So let's study some of the important views of the philosopher regarding the number and the nature of ultimate reality. So, coming to the views of the philosopher. The fundamental nature of the universe can be traced back to the earliest day of philosophical thought of both Indian and Western tradition. The Nasha in Vedic tradition, the pre-Socrates thought in Greek tradition are some of the instances. Most of these thought was of the nature of logical reasoning that was explained by naturally occurring events or the existence of objects that was not supported by any kind of divine or supernatural power. While the increasing clarity of thought, the concept of Darya in Indian tradition, and the concept of substance in Western tradition emerged. Knowledge of the world is primarily obtained through the medium of sense experience. As we have studied in the previous year, there is a difference between the experience and the thing we experience. It is not necessary that everything that we experience has existence. Example, mirage. Similarly, not everything that exists in a matter of sense experience. Example, atom. We experience a material object through its appearance, color, shape, type, etc. For example, when we eat an orange, we experience the orange yellow color, the round shape, the sour sweet smell, the taste and the cool touch. We also observe whether it is small or large and how it is different from sweet lemon. But is an orange just a bunch of color, smell, flavor, feel, shape or something more? You may ask, what kind of question is this? The smell, the taste, etc. are the qualities of the orange and not the orange itself. By this we may even mean that the orange is that of which all these are the qualities. These qualities are independent of orange for their existence. The relationship between the quality and the quantity are always applied to something. They cannot exist independently. The existence depends upon the substance. The quality like color, smell, shape, etc. can exist in several substances at the same time. However, they cannot exist without substance. So, substance is not dependent on the existence of any specific qualities for its existence. The writing board in the class can be black, green or white, but the board remains the board regardless of its color. The small shrub change into plant and the plant grow into tree. But the fundamental substance remains the same. In short, even if the quality, quantity or relation of the substance change, the substance exists forever. And this existence of substance forever is called as ultimate reality.